Ciao tutti and buongiorno. Welcome everyone to Zoo Sicily. I'm sure you guys have seen this zoo already, but this is made by the wonderful Rudy Renkamol, and today we are checking out it in all of its beautiful glory. Join me today as we check out this incredible island zoo based on the natural beauty and beautiful history of Italy. Welcome everyone to Zoo Sicily. Yeah, like right off the bat, I am absolutely floored with this, Rudy. I mean, just looking at all of the color in here, looking at like all of the white rocks and stuff, like this is gorgeous. This just feels like Italy. All right, now I imagine we kind of like drive our way up here and then we park our car. And I remember this because this was like the first exhibit that you did in here. The flying foxes, or these are the fruit bats, Egyptian fruit bats. There we go. Look at them. But yeah, you have like this whole natural area set up for these guys, and it's just so awesome because these guys are actually native to Italy. Even though they are Egyptian fruit bats, they're found all over. But yeah, this is just so freaking cool. One of my favorite little motifs that you actually have in here, buddy, is these really wonderful little X-pavers. I know we have like, I think this actually came out before the tropical pack, but we have like them, where are they? Come on, give it to me. Yeah, like we have the path version of that right there, but I love your use of like the bricks right there. I don't know, it just gives it a lot more dimension. It gives it a lot more texture. And I think if we kind of continue over here, I think there should be some others. Yeah, we have a whole other section over here for even more fruit bats. I love this. It just feels so awesome, so natural, and it gives so much more life to like something as simple as a parking lot. It just feels right. And of course, our electric vehicle loving Rudy over here has to throw in the little Tesla charging stations. We love to see it. All right, let's make our way back to the path because we need to see this gorgeous entrance. And right over here, we can see that our guests are using the classic little European coach bus. I love seeing that integrated in here. But you know what I love even more? Look at these planters. Oh my gosh. Just the way that it feels so sloped and elevated as you kind of make your way up here is so awesome. But yeah, this is Zoo Sicily. Look at that gorgeous entrance. This is probably one of my favorite things in this zoo is the architecture. I mean, just look at the guest services building. That is just straight up gorgeous right there. And we're gonna see so many other examples of like this beautiful Italian kind of Mediterranean architecture as we make our way through here. I mean, just looking over here with like the use of the stones, the brick, all of this stuff. Rudy is the decal master right over here. Look at all that. But yeah, as we kind of turn the corner, right over here, we get a look into our first exhibit. Let's actually pop right on over here to the viewing area. This is for the wombat, if we can find them. There he is. Look at him. But yeah, this is a gorgeous habitat over here, and it's actually very well suited for wombats. They have all of their burrows that they need. It's just nice big open areas for them. But what I love to see in here is this beautiful little motif that we're going to see all throughout this park. It's these beautiful Roman ruins, kind of like the temple structures over here, kind of like a Corinthian style. That is so cool. It really just helps bring in like kind of like the modern-ish rustic Italian villa alongside like the Roman, like the ancient history that Italy has. So beautiful. Yeah, I've been lucky enough to be like, you know, relatively well traveled across Europe. I've been to like the big ones like Germany, France, but unfortunately Italy has always escaped my grasp, and I have no idea why. This is just straight up beautiful. I have to like pinch myself and remind myself that, hey Leaf, this isn't actually in Italy. Italian zoos aren't this beautiful. But I mean, look at this stuff. Look at these little baskets, like this little wall motif with like the grapevines. That is beautiful stuff right there, Rudy. And as we kind of turn the corner right over here, we got a look into another Australian animal habitat. This is for the koala, wherever they are. Yeah, I swear, every single one of these zoo tours, we have koalas, but they're like never out there or never active. I'm trying to find these guys. Oh, there he is. Yeah, the Planet Zoo koala's doing the most, and by the most, I mean they are not going arboreal whatsoever. They prefer to take the long way. Look at them go. But regardless, this is a beautiful habitat for for koalas. I really do love the use of like layers that Rudy has in this zoo. It's just so incredible. And right across the way, we do have the platypus habitat. These guys are so cool, but where are they? This, in no way is this a jab to Rudy at all. It's a jab to the Planet Zoo AI for saying, hey, let's put our platypuses right in the back of their habitat, because why, like, would it make sense for them to actually go in their habitat? No, we should keep them all the way back here. Okay, I wonder, I'm just gonna take out their burrow and see what happens. Like, are these guys gonna come to the entrance at all? I kind of want to see these guys swim. I love how I just go into these, like, into these zoo tours, and I'm like, I'm gonna take your animals, and we're gonna have some fun with them. You're now my pet. All right, come on, buddy. You can do a swim. You do a little swim for me, buddy. Oh, we do have the feeder right over here too, so hopefully they should be swimming over here. Look at this view. Like, this is a gorgeous little view right here with like all the beautiful, there he is, with like all the foliage and stuff. I don't know, it's so cool. But here comes a little platypus. Look at him go. That's so cool. All right, we can't be distracted just by a platypus. We got to keep the show on the road, you know? We got to keep moving. Let's check out the other view for the koalas down here, because this is just so pretty. But yeah, I wish that the koalas in game actually did climb, because this would be so cool. Okay, yeah, you decide to not climb, but you're swimming instead. That makes so much sense. That's great. I'm sure they're fine swimmers in real life, but like, come on. And over here we should have the aardvarks and the meerkats. We can see a lovely little aardvark right over there taking a little bit of a bath, and we do have the meerkats all around. This habitat is just, again, gorgeous one. It's big, but like, I'm not gonna complain about that because it is so freaking beautiful. Look at them. And they even have like the logs going across these little rivers for the meerkats to climb across. That is so good. And in the back, we start to get the vista of that beautiful kind of like wine house, I want to say, that Rudy made. There are wine barrels over there. We'll check that out in a bit. But before we do, this right here, this is the old lion habitat. Now it's for cougars, and it's just so gorgeous. Rudy made a new lion habitat for these guys in like a latter part of the zoo. We'll get to that when we do, but we have the cougars in here, and just like a real zoo, they never want to show their faces. Yeah, instead they're like, yeah, we're gonna chill up behind that rock over there. But regardless, it happens when we go to real zoos too, you know? You expect to see an animal and then it doesn't show itself. Yeah, I'm still not forgiving the II at San Diego Zoo for that, but really, really beautiful work on this habitat. I've had the pleasure to actually visit some beautiful Greek ruins and like coliseums, amphitheaters when I was in Greece, so being able to see this, it's so gorgeous. I mean, you have two different kinds. You have like the really well taken care of ones, like the ones you'll see in Italy, like Rome and stuff, but you also have ones that have been reclaimed by nature, kind of like this one right over here. And never have I expected one to be turned into a zoo habitat, but honestly, it looks fantastic for that. So incredible job, Rudy. I'm still waiting for these guys to kind of show their face. Oh well, they'll just, it's fine. You guys know what a cougar looks like. Oh, I didn't notice this. So basically, my game crashed and my audio crashed when I recorded this before, so I didn't like actually know. I didn't notice half this stuff, so we're doing take two, but I didn't notice that. That's kind of cool. I really do like that kind of like door structure right there. That's so pretty. But yeah, making our way across this custom bridge. That is so good looking. We can get another view into this beautiful habitat over here. There's a few bridges over this habitat which make it really freaking cool, but this is just incredible. And then we come over here to this beautiful kind of like Tuscan villa, and what I love about these is that you can see all of the layers of Italian architecture in here that Rudy has just seamlessly integrated. I mean, we have these beautiful, like these dark tans, we have the white stucco, we have a little bit of like Merlot red going on right there. It is so beautiful, Rudy. And we even have these little wine barrels being used by, I think there is a Elon monster in there, and then we should have the scorpion in that one over there. Really incredible work, buddy. This is gorgeous. Oh, I didn't even notice this one right here. Here's a nice little view into the habitat once again. We can see our aardvark friend right over there, and we can see even more of this habitat. Again, some really incredible stonework by Rudy as well. I mean, just look at these fences over here. I love seeing this kind of stuff where it's like the fence kind of gives out, but it still has like the glass in there. That is always so inventive to see. I love it. All right, we must continue the tour though, and I think we have another Australian animal right over here. Two of them actually. We have the emu and the red-necked wallaby, otherwise known as the Bennett's wallaby, one of my personal favorite marsupials. This is a beautiful, beautiful little habitat. Again, you can see that classic integration of Italian architecture right back there. And yeah, this is just a gorgeous habitat. I mean, just integrating like that classic dry kind of arid Mediterranean foliage over here and kind of blending it in with some Australian foliage as well with like the tree ferns and stuff. That is so cool to see, and one of my favorite views in this habitat. It's so dumb, but I love this right here. I don't know how you did it, Rudy, but having these branches overlap and you have this little kind of cliffside in here, it just feels so natural. It feels like I have a good grasp on like really natural landscaping, and it's just so cool to see. Oh my god. And yeah, I love this zoo because Rudy has such a incredible grasp on like levels and layers and stuff. And as you start to notice, we are making our way downhill, and we are taking a short little shortcut right down here to the otter underwater viewing. Now, hopefully we could actually see these guys swimming, but you can see them that they're kind of above there right now. Yeah, we do have the Asian small clawed otters in here, but right now they are not showing their little faces. So we shall continue on, but this is a beautiful little look underwater right here. I love that little brick, like the stone right in the middle that serves as kind of like an island. Always do love to see that stuff. It feels so realistic, like you would see that exact thing in a zoo. All right, so I think we continue down this pathway. Do we? No, we do not. Okay, we do not. That is staff only. We are not staff. We're just a visitor. Here's another view into that little aardvark meerkat habitat once again. Again, these really expansive habitats where it's just like idea after idea. It's so cool to see. And again, you can see so many beautiful layers as it kind of winds its way through. It's so awesome. All right, so I think that this should be the way to go. We get a view into the otter habitat right back there. But before we do, we actually see crested porcupines. Yeah, this is a fantastic little habitat, and I love the integration again of like all the enrichment and habitat items in here. I mean, let's take a little pause right here so we can see what we can spot. I mean, we have this little burrow right here. Rudy, that is fantastic right there. I love that. But we could also see the forage pit right there for the porcupines. That is fantastic work as well. And we also have the little onsen kind of like sprinkler, I guess, for enrichment for these guys. Really cool to see that. But again, it just keeps on going. We have like a little more like the other one right back there. We have some areas where the porcupines can hide, which is so cool. And again, this beautiful, beautiful Roman architecture pops up once again. Love to see that little motif. It is awesome. And yeah, here we go with the big view into the otter habitat. We can see them kind of trotting around right there. Ignore my ferrets. I'm also working on a mod, but you can see the rest of the gorgeous habitat in here. It just cascades right down all of the water. We can see this beautiful, bright, white kind of like stonework in here. It reminds me of like those marble quarries that you'll see in Italy and like not Germany, the marble quarries that you'd see in like kind of like the Balkans and stuff like that. That is so cool to see. And we also have the red crown cranes all the way back there making a nice little use of this habitat. Rudy, before you throw this on the workshop, you gotta gotta add some swans in here too. I feel like this is like the perfect place to throw some of those. But yeah, that is a fantastic habitat, but we must soldier on. There's still so much to see, and I mean, just look at all this stuff. Again, we could see this nice crossover where we're passing over a bridge right now, but the porcupine habitat just keeps on going. You can see that they have so much more room over here. We had a little guy just cross under right there right now, but like, we don't lose sight of him because Rudy also has a glass bridge right here. So you can see him crossing over right now, or crossing under, because we're actually over, if that makes sense. Yeah. And yeah, these guys are so adorable with each other. I love their little interactions. Look at them go. But yeah, that is so freaking spectacular right there, Rudy. And guess what? We are not done. We have barely even scratched the surface of this zoo. Again, I love these plants right here. They just feel so Italian. I don't know. It's so good. And like, it's not just that. We also have this beautiful cacti, all these succulents. It just feels like a real Italian countryside. And moving on from there, we do have the lovely gorilla habitat, and they do share this with red river hogs. Let's unbox all of them right there, but look at these guys. It is so awesome. I do love gorillas. They're probably one of my favorite gray apes out there, and we can see so many of them in this habitat. Look at them playing with the enrichment. That is so cool right there, and it's right there, right in front of the guest view, which is so good. But again, here comes that other thing with the layers that Rudy has seamlessly done. I remember that he would like plan these habitats out in advance, sketch them out, and it really does show. It's just so much work goes into these. You can tell that there's so much planning as well that really went into like every little aspect of this, and it really shows with like Rudy's peace choice. Yeah, sorry, I haven't even had any coffee today. But yeah, you could tell it really does show with his piece choices in here, because he was able to figure out what should go where. How should I make this big like viewing area for the gorillas? It is so awesome. And this custom bridge too. That is awesome. And I love how the keepers can actually traverse in here. That's something I don't really do too well too often. And we do make our way into this little olive grove full of olive trees. In case of you guys have been living under a rock, Italy is probably one of the best manufacturers of olive oil, so it's only fitting that Rudy has put down a bunch of olive trees in here. But there should be a black and white animal in here that I have no idea where it went, but they are able to pass over this habitat right over here. I love this bridge. That is so pretty. Look at that. But yeah, hopefully once we make our way over here, and hopefully once the lag goes away. Oh no. Yeah, tell me about it. I should probably upgrade my PC, because it's starting to chug a little bit. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go restart my game, and then we can kind of take it off from there. Alright, so it seems that reloading honestly helped just a smidge. Actually, it helped a lot. Look at the pandas. Oh my god, I love to see these guys. It is so awesome. I still have not built for them. I still have not, but oh man, it's just so cool seeing what other people build for them. Because, you know, you have your typical, like, oh, the big Chinese, like, facility. Oh, you get to do, like, the pagodas and stuff. But no, this is honestly 5 times cooler. I don't know. Just integrating them into the natural, like, landscape of the zoo is so much cooler to me. I don't know. It's cool. Look at them. God, they are adorable. I'm so excited that, like, San Diego got their pandas back. I think National is on track to get theirs back as well soon, which is always so cool. But this is so awesome, Rudy. Oh my gosh. This is a beautiful habitat. Again, you get all these levels. You get all these layers. I think they're able to pass under right here. Yeah, and then they could hop over to this one right here. Again, Rudy, I mentioned this in, like, my first recording of this video, but you gotta put this stuff on the workshop. Look at that. Like, that's a fantastic little, like, what do you call that? A hammock? A hammock, yeah. That's a fantastic little hammock. You gotta give us that stuff. That is fantastic. All right, but making our way back down over here, I think we can go this way. Yeah, we absolutely can, but look at that view right out there. I don't know. I love that. Just everything about this. The beautiful white rocks in here. So good. But we're entering the Tropicasa right now. And here we have gibbons and sloths. It's so beautiful in here. Come on, let's go. But in here, we can see that Rudy has integrated so many fantastic, beautiful pieces of foliage. But what he also integrated are these sloth walkthrough habitats. And even though that the gibbons are currently, like, not working, I guess, he included the climbing frames in here so that the gibbons can climb alongside the sloths. And yeah, you can see it happening right over there. You can see them kind of running around. I love it. And yep, there they go. They're on the gibbon train, and they're all gonna climb up at the same time. Look at them go. That's good. I'm glad they stick together. But yeah, look at that. They're all kind of finding their way throughout here. They're stepping on the sloth's toes. That's funny. I don't know. I love that. And they're swinging on him. Look at that. Like, that's such a fun little interaction. They're not from the same places on Earth, but you know what? I love to see these mixes because it's like, oh man, just putting two different arboreal animals together is always so fun. And look at them go. But this is a gorgeous habitat in here. Oh my gosh, like, it is beautiful. And I think the sloths enjoy it too. What do you think, buddy? Yeah, that's what I thought. Man, this is beautiful in here. And we also have some areas for the guests to sit. That's very cool. I could just chill out here all day, but you know what? We could also go outside, which leads us to the capybaras. Really awesome habitat here as well because you cross right over them on this little bridge. I mean, just look at this. So many details. Like, just all these pieces work together so well together. And we have this really, really awesome looking, like, pool thing. What do you call this? Kind of like a moat? I don't know what you call it, but that's a really good piece of rock work right there if I've ever seen one. Oh my god, yes, it's doing it. Look at them. They're in the little wine barrels. They're like having their little spa day. That is so good, Rudy. That is so good. And you even use the tennis balls as like the oranges. That is so freaking adorable. I don't know. I love that. But yeah, these, oh my gosh, I can't get over these wine barrels. Like, those are so good. You use them so well. And I believe we can continue over this way to the arboreal garden. This is where we have the siamangs, which you can hear right now, as well as the orangutans. Yeah, I think this guy is just permanently stuck here. I don't think he's moved since the last video. I don't know what the heck is happening with him. Maybe if we move him down here, maybe he can get his act together. But yeah, this is incredible. So basically, all of these gibbons, all of these orangutans, they could just brachiate right over you, and it's just so incredible. Again, more Roman pillars, and that one's kind of like an arch. That is awesome. We are heading right into the bush right over there. That's not allowed. But yeah, this is just an incredible habitat. All the enrichment for these guys too. I swear, like, primate enrichment is some of the coolest because it's like they're so close to us in terms of what we like to do, in terms of how we get our enrichment. I know you never think of like humans getting enrichment, but it's true. But yeah, it's just so cool to see like that kind of stuff, those kind of motifs. I love these lanterns as well, Rudy. Oh my gosh, those turned out so good. But yeah, you can start to see some of the gibbons starting to brachiate. They're siamangs, but they're still technically gibbons. You can see them starting to brachiate right over there. These are gorgeous. I could stay here forever, Rudy. This is beautiful. And what you did with like these platforms as well over here with the Oceania rope, that is so smart. Like, that is so cool to see like those beautiful patterns really sticking out. I don't know. And I did not even notice these guys before. You also have the beautiful Malayan tape here. Oh man, that is so cool. Just like so much variety in this habitat. It is so good. And then here we have like this big habitat where, like, you know, the tapir and the siamangs and the gibbons and the, what do you call them? The orangutans can just all chill out together. I love it. And this right over here is probably one of my favorite things. But before we get to that, we have the day room for them. So we could see the orangutan currently fiddling with the termite enrichment. That is very cool right there. But look at this. I need to actually hop out of guest view mode for a second. Because Rudy, how are you not putting this on the workshop? Like, look at this. This is a fantastic workshop item. Oh my god, I would use that everywhere if I could. That is so freaking cool. But look at that beautiful netted enclosure right there. So yeah, they could actually cross right under here into the rest of the habitat, which is so cool. I mean, look at all of them. This is an active habitat, finally, but this is just so cool to see. I think a lot of habitat activity in Planet Zoo actually comes from the fact that habitats need to be quite big in order for them to work. So you can see that this habitat is just this entire big kind of circle over here. And the more large a habitat is, the more active an animal is in terms of like the animal code and stuff like that. So that's actually very interesting. But I love this habitat, Rudy. I love this entire section. It's gorgeous. But we need to do a little bit of backtracking over here and get on track with the rest of the zoo. And yeah, I think right after the Tropicasa, we can come right over here and check out this habitat. This is one that's like so well viewed from the top down because there are so many layers to it. It's kind of like a figure 8, I could describe it as. This is the Jaguar habitat, and there's so many small little motifs in here. But probably one of my favorites is this little pool section right here. And the best part about it, hold on, let me see if I could set this up. So yeah, as you're looking into this habitat, you can see that the jaguars can actually pass behind this little fountain piece, which is incredible to see. I mean, just to look at that, it frames it so freaking well, and you could just see just all the Italian beauty in here. Here's their actual interior, which is very cool. They have like a whole bunch of plants and enrichment in here. They have like these rugs, which is so cool, and it's just the setup of this viewing area is so gorgeous. Like, look at that. But of course, we have this big habitat in here where they can kind of just, you know, run around. We literally just caught a glimpse of him right there. But they have enough water for them to swim in because they are an aquatic species after all. But they have a big side of their habitat right back here too. I don't know, it's just so cool. As you kind of make your way down here, you get another view with these, again, these absolutely beautiful ornate viewing structures. That is so cool to see. But popping down right over here, we could see a look into their underwater viewing, which is always so important to have for jaguars. I mean, this is just incredible work over here, Rudy. That looks so cool. And you even have like some stalactites over here. That is awesome. But yeah, kind of making our way out of there, we have this gorgeous habitat. Again, look at all these layers. Like, look at this building, then that building, and then that building over there. This is for the fennec fox, if we could find them. Where are they? I think that's their holding under there, or like some kind of shade structure. But these guys, come on, show yourselves. All right, he's on the other side of his habitat. Can we get a view at him? Can we just sneak a little peek? I guess he doesn't want to come, but there are so many viewing areas for this guy. Oh, I did not even notice this. This is so cool. It's kind of like a, it's like a burrow view. That's so smart, Rudy. There's like glass in there too, so like, you know, you can't actually get in there. That is so smart. Like, look at that. That, I didn't notice that on my first go around. That is so cool. But yeah, where are the foxes? There they are. Look at him. He's just playing with his ball. What a good little guy. But yeah, another fantastic habitat. And that's right across from... Oh gosh, it's starting to get a little laggy again. Oh, don't tell me I need to restart my computer. But yeah, this is the sand cat. So yeah, we have the sand cat in here. And it's just a fantastic habitat. Once again, I love the mesh in here. I don't know, it just feels really, really awesome. Really natural too. I love how it's kind of like, you know, kind of tethered up here. That is some incredible work, Rudy. And inside of the habitat too is just absolutely gorgeous. I love all of the detail you have in here. There's so many layers, there's so many different plants. It just works so well. And over here we don't have any animals per se, but we do have this gorgeous view right into the harbor out here. That is some beautiful, beautiful stuff. And even this rock work too. It just sets the scene so well, Rudy. I love this. And what better than that than being able to eat with the view? I mean, just look at this spread. Wow. Yeah, and these custom tables too, like with all these beautiful, beautiful tablecloths. You were able to do that with like the Indonesian cloth pieces. That is so cool. But god damn, Rudy, this is so good. And like, this is best served with the view that's like on the side over here, because look at that. We got the really awesome arches going on right there. We got even more of them right there too, but it just fits so perfectly on this hill. It is just gorgeous, buddy. All right, with that view done, done, we could check out what else we have in store for the zoo. And I think we do have a nice little friend right over here. Who is this? Oh, this is just more of the jaguar habitat. Hell yeah, that's gorgeous. All right, but I think we do need to make our way up this hill right here. Good thing I'm not actually walking up this, because this just seems grueling. But again, you could see again this lovely use of levels in here. We're officially kind of like making our way to the top of the zoo now, and we could just look down on the entire thing. It is so beautiful. But first, we can take a quick little look into the penguin habitat. This is for the king penguin. But again, Rudy, like this stuff right here, this is the perfect workshop item. Just do like green roof or something like that. That would be so helpful. Oh my god, that's such a good piece. But here we have another look into the penguin habitat. This is just fantastic. So we also have like a little keeper talk right here, so all of the guests can kind of come sit down and learn about the king penguins. This is just such a fantastic little habitat. What I love too is the use of the blue in here. A lot of the times in real zoos, they do use kind of blue flooring as a way to make the water seem a lot more blue from up top. Once we actually make our way up there, we can see that. But we also have some of the new king penguin wharfs. Not really new, they came out like a year ago. But we do have the melanistic one right there. We have like the cookies and cream ones. Really, really awesome that we were able to get those so far after the aquatic pack came out. I don't know, that's just so cool. Oh, but Rudy, my dear, this is awesome right here. You were able to use the volcanic rocks in here too, which just works so well in like a tundra-like environment. It blends so well with the penguins too. It just fits. It just makes sense. It is awesome. And not only that, but we also get a view into the interior as well. I mean, just look at this stuff. I don't know, this is just so awesome. I mean, like, Italy would probably get, like, extremely hot. And oh my god, I did not even notice that. Look at the keeper up there. He's just doing his thing. He gets to observe them from, like, the top down. That is so cool. But yeah, I mean, when Italy gets really hot, they could just come in here to the nice air conditioning. That is just awesome. And yeah, my eye is just automatically drawn to that building up there. Let's keep making our way up and up and up. And I think we should be entering a beautiful tropical house right now. This is awesome. I mean, look at all this detail. But yeah, we should have binturongs in here. They're able to climb all over. Not only binturongs, but we also do have a whole bunch of terrariums in here too. We get a lovely yellow anaconda habitat right there. We have another one right there that's albino, I believe. And as we kind of shimmy our way right through here, I'm going left and right, because if I don't, I'll get stuck. We should be able to view the binturongs, who are currently stuck. There we go. All right, let's check these guys out, because I love the idea of this habitat. Just like the idea that the binturongs can climb all over, they could explore this entire building, and we also have all the exhibit animals as well. This is just fantastic. I mean, let's pop a look in here. There should be a fun little creature. Where is he? Yeah, we have the Danube-crested newt kind of swimming around right in there. Right next to his neighbor is the diamondback terrapin, one of my favorite American turtle species. Look at him go. So adorable. But yeah, this is just so cool. Looks like they're not going to climb, but you know what? They're just so adorable. Let's take a closer look at them. I just love the binturong. It's so adorable. And this entire building too is just gorgeous. I mean, the use of glass in here as a way to bring in so much more light, it is just so gorgeous. And I think we should be able to sneak our way right over here. I'm kind of flying right now so that we can get better views of everything when it all comes together. But this is the beautiful lion habitat. I mean, just look at this vista right here. That is so good. And we also get this like nice little pool right down there. But this just keeps going on, and we get some very incredible views. I mean, this is the back of the habitat, but it's certainly not the worst view in here. This is just so good. And you guys might notice that there are little bubbles in there. That is partly in the fact that the viewing dome came out around the time that Rudy made this habitat. So we can enter the camera view, and hopefully we could get a good view at like some lions in here if they want to show their face. I don't know where they are, but it seems like the king of the jungle would rather prefer to walk around and just chill out. So that is just so cool to see. But I mean, this is just such a beautiful habitat, and all of this comes together so well. All of the foliage too. I mean, just all the use of flowers and ferns in here, Rudy, it is just so inspirational. I love to see that. And even these small details right in here with like the gunk on the side of like this water pit is so freaking good. However, my favorite part of the zoo has to be this little section right here. And please keep in mind, I am testing some mods right now, so you might see a little pigs that look a little different. But this is so freaking good, Rudy. Oh, it looks like one of the chickens escaped, but you know, I'm not going to deduct points for that. It's not like I'm mortally terrified of them. But this is the little barnyard animal pack section of Zoo Sicily. This is so adorable. But like, not only is it adorable, there's so many things going on right here. I mean, once you get this view in here, that mesh, you can barely even see that mesh. I bet you didn't even know the mesh was there. But you could look right into the donkey habitat right over there, and we can get Dominic the donkey right over there. I don't know, that's just so freaking good. But not only that, but we have the actual guest building right over here that has these really awesome terracotta imitating pieces over here. I mean, just seeing the rope coils being used for terracotta pieces, that's just so cool. But yeah, continuing our way into this little section, we can get a view at the piggies right in here. We have all the Tamworth pigs, but this habitat just looks so good. It feels so gunky in the best way possible. Feels like a real pigsty. But like, each view from this barn over here proves like, not proves, but it shows a different animal. So over here we have the donkey, which is so cool. I love their little shade structure right there too. It looks like the same burrow that we saw for the, oh, what was it? The fennec fox? Yeah. Then right over here we have the goats and the sheep, the Hill Radnor sheep and the alpine goat. So awesome. I love to see these guys. But yeah, it's just such a good habitat. And again, another view into the pigs as well. So awesome. And we can even see the little, what do you call that? What do you call that? The wind turbine? I don't know, but it's good and it makes me happy. I love to see it. But yeah, that's a fantastic habitat. And then we're making our way into another incredible section right down here. We should be making our way to the Pinniped section. But before we actually do get to that, we do have the African penguins. This habitat is just so cool. Let's actually pop down right over here so we can see it in a little bit more of an attractive slot. Look at that. So they have all of their burrows right in there, but look at all this beautiful natural foliage. I don't know. It just works so well for the African penguins. We get another view down here. Excuse me? Oh, now that is so good right there. You can actually see them deep diving too. That is so good. And again, right down here with these ropes so that you don't want guests to come right up to the glass right there. That is so smart. And then you also have the feeder hidden with the actual vase. Rudy, that is so good. That is money right there. We also have this little keeper talk right there. So good. It seems I was mistaken. There is so much before we actually do get into like the actual Pinniped area. We do have lemurs in here. I don't know where they are. Oh, well, that would probably explain it. Let's unbox them all. And let me actually go into explore mode. Look at this building. This is such a beautiful lemur house right here. But once we actually do walk in here, we could see that we could actually walk with the lemurs and all of the detail in here, Rudy. This is so good, from like the infrastructure up there with like all of the cross beams and stuff, and like the enrichment, all the climbing stuff, the bed frames for the lemurs. Like, this is just so freaking gorgeous, Rudy. You should be so proud. I love this. And yeah, it just feels so natural too. I mean, like all the climbing frames, you barely notice them because it just feels so realistic. And of course, they do have outdoor access as well. You can see that they can climb right out there and go into all that lovely climbing frames right back there as well. So cool. And right to the side of them, we do have another animal habitat. Who is this one for though? Oh, I forgot about this. We also got the iguanas. So we do have the iguana new species mod, which is so cool. I was able to work on this with a few different creators, but we do have different iguana morphs in here. We have the fire morph, which has this like white face and this reddish body. And then beyond that, we also have the hypomelanistic morph, which is a yellowish individual. Really cool looking guy right there. That is so pretty. And we'll get into all that stuff soon. That's probably one of my favorite views in the zoo. But we have another one in here somewhere. Where is he? He's just a normal green iguana, but that's still so cool. He's walking around. He's not held within the constraints of the actual exhibit box. Very cool. But speaking of the actual exhibit box, Rudy also included that so we could see this little handsome fellow right back there. I don't know. It's just so cool how it's like you can get all the poses that they have in the actual exhibit box, and you can also have them walking around free roaming. I love that. That's so cool. But yeah, this is my favorite part right over here because it feels like something out of like Cinque Terre. Cinque Terre. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. I'm just gonna pretend I did. But yeah, all these close in proximity buildings built one after the other. It just feels like a real Italian, like kind of like alleyway, I guess you could say. And here's my favorite view right in here. You probably saw this on my Twitter when I was like going through all these zoos, but look at that. Just the look right down into the lemur house is so freaking good. And these roses kind of climbing the window frame, that's so good. All right, but now we're into the trifecta, as I like to call it. We have this habitat over here for the California sea lions. Look at them go. We have the gray seals right in here, kind of just swimming around, doing their thing. And we also have a modded species, actually. Once again, we have the Mediterranean monk seal, an extremely endangered species of seal that originally was almost hunted to extinction, but thanks to the conservation efforts of like Europe and thanks to the zoos and aquariums over there, they were actually able to get their population numbers not to a sustainable level, but definitely to much better than what they used to be. This mod was made by Narwhaler, and it's so adorable. I love their little faces. So cool. But yeah, this entire complex over here is just so freaking incredible. There's so many layers to it. If we pop down in here, we could see a lot more. But we can see we can view these animals right from the top over here. I love this planter right here because it just serves as the awesome shaded space to view all three of these species all at once. I wish the paths would work well with the explore mode, but we could see right into the sea lion habitat right back there. We could see one of them or two of them. I thought that was a rock. Typically, I get mistaken, but we could see that they're climbing around over there. And Rudy, once again, I am begging for the Zoo Sicily blueprint set because this enrichment piece, like look at all the things that they have in here. They have the brushes on the side made from, what did you use for those? You use the actual brooms? Yeah, look at that. But we have the brooms for the seals to actually kind of like brush up against. We have like the buoys over there, like the colored ones, and we also have like a little bucket for them to kind of maybe fish food out of, fish out of. I don't know. That's really cool. And again, we have another look into the gray seal habitat right over here. I love your use of rock structures, Rudy. I don't know. It just feels so cool and so realistic to see that because it's like, yeah, it's being supported by this one piece of like, you could assume it is metal that has like plaster all around it under there. That is so good right there, buddy. I love seeing that. And right next to the seals and sea lions, we also have a beautiful habitat for the black rhino as well. This is so cool. Hold on, let me actually bring this guy away. I mean, it is so simple. It's so simple of a habitat, but Rudy does every single one of the stops to make it feel so unique from the last one. And even the vistas in here, you can see right back there. I don't know what is happening, but that just looks incredible. And Rudy also has some very good zoo knowledge. He was able to use some rocks to keep the rhinos actually away from the glass pieces right back there, which is very cool to see. It's right next to the African penguins right there as well. Very cool, but this is just such a beautiful little habitat. We get another view at these guys right over here. Gosh, that is so good. I love these Italian villas too, Rudy. It just feels so nice. Feels so cozy. But looking right next to the seals and sea lions, we also get this nice little vista area. I think there is a little drink stand right over there, so you can pop over your drink and then just chill out and look at the beach over here. Look at that. And then we can see the entrance right over there, which we are going to pop over because that pretty much serves it for the entire zoo, I believe. That was incredible, Rudy. Oh my gosh. I want to give such a huge shout out to Rudy Rencamol for allowing me the chance to check out Zoo Sicily myself. Rudy has always been such a huge inspiration to both me and my channel, so being able to like pop into this early and showcase it to all of you guys has been an absolute blast. Go check out the Zoo Sicily playlist. It's going to be linked at the end of the video over here, and be sure to stay subscribed for even more zoo tours. Yeah. Have the most wonderful of wonderful days, my friends, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care and bye-bye.